Looks like there's one person waiting. One very lucky person is going to get to see me going, what is happening? I have no idea what I'm doing. So I hope you're enjoying that, if you can see this. Also, I have no idea how much of this can be heard. So if you are the one person who is out there and you can tell me how well you can hear me, I think there's a chat thingy that, let's face it, I probably can't read and do this at the same time. But anyway, for those of you who are here, you're here early, which means that I am relying on any of you to tell me what you can hear, what you can't hear, things like that. So if you want to chat that to me, I would appreciate that. If you don't want to, I don't care. I do a little bit, I admit it. But I'm probably just going to dink around for a little bit and see what my strumming, where that pegs my little sound meter, because there's a little sound meter down there. This is also weird in the sense that it's one way. I feel like I'm coming directly to you, and I don't know if you're making faces at me. I have no way of knowing, which is unfortunate, because I would like to know that if you're making faces at me. I also don't know where to move this thing. I can move it around. I don't know how much surface background sound you can hear. Ooh, look, I just lost a person. So there were two people, and now there is one person. I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means. What does it mean? What does it mean? But you know what? That person was early, so that's okay. Still got a few minutes here. Oh, we have a second person is here now. Second person who is early. If you are inclined to tell me how much of this you can hear and how much you can't hear, I think there's a chat option of some kind on here. So if you can tell me what's audible and what's not audible, that would be helpful. I am going to get started with like the real thing I'm going to do in about 11 minutes. So right now, I just thought I would start early just to see if anyone out there can tell me what people can hear and what they can't. And maybe I'll turn up a little. Wasn't sure before, but now I'm feeling like maybe I should. I think I will. You can see me touching this over here. I hope that's exciting for you. It's not super exciting for me, but I only had to touch a little bit and then it goes up. I love that there's two people here and that you just got to watch the most ridiculous thing, but I feel like that's pegging the sound meter a little bit more. Anyway, so it's not raining as hard, so that's exciting. Again, I'm not going to get started for a little bit, so if you're there, I don't really know what to tell you other than I'm here. I don't want to do any real string bending because this thing will probably go out of tune in a hurry. One of my candles went out. I'm offended by that, of course, but I won't take it too personally just yet. And I lost one again. That's okay. I don't really mind. We are still about 7 minutes before I'm actually going to start. And then really we're about 12 minutes before I'm really going to start. So that one person out there, again, whoever you are, my one viewer, whoever you might be, if you want to tell me how much of this you can hear or not hear, that would be helpful, because this is really just a glorified sound check that I'm starting early because I don't exactly know what I'm doing here. And that's what I'm doing. Second person number 2 here again. Like I've told every random person that shows up who's early, if you want to tell me what you can hear and what you can't hear, that'd be great, because I can't tell. This is my first time doing this, and I would like to know what's audible and what is not audible. My thoughts are not audible. That's normal. I feel like anyone missing this part is probably missing what's going to be the best, most entertaining part. Also, I don't want to noodle around here and cover one of the 3 songs I'm hoping to play tomorrow. Never. Oh, hey, thanks. Thanks, Bill. So the sound is okay, is what you're telling me. You can hear voice, you can hear guitar. Great. Thanks so much for letting me know, because I have no idea what it's like on the other end. So, Joy, hi. Thanks for coming. You're early. I'm early, just because I'm noodling around. Which, well, why not? This is not the start official. Still a few minutes from then, because, well, I could ramble I could ramble a long time. I think one of my viewers knows that all too well. Hey, we got a third person. Hello, third person, whoever you are. As I've told the other people, just getting started and kind of just sound checking a little early today. So I appreciate anyone who's here a little early. And I will start promptly at 4:30, which if you are one of the few people who knows me, you know that that's probably a lie because, well, those of you who know me as a bass player know that my timing isn't that great. So that's my story. Sticking to that. You get to see the world behind me, which there is a music stand behind me that today I'm not going to use a cheat sheet, but probably every other day I will because I can't remember everything or most things. One of our valued listeners who is here might notice that we have a piano over here. Cleared off a spot for him. Anytime, he's welcome. Maybe after the social distancing business is over and we get it tuned and serviced, But there it is, piano. Come play it because I'm not any good at it. Oh, I guess what I can do, I can play things that I don't know what to do with while I'm waiting. See, I don't know what to do with that one, but it's there. Oh, hey, it's 4:25, which is what time I set this for, because I thought I might get here 5 minutes early instead of 20 minutes early, which I did, but that's what happens. I'll even remove this tuner from the top of my guitar, purely aesthetic purposes. Sorry, cracking myself up already. I was bound to do that. Really just used to finger picking that one, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just making sure I know what I'm doing. But tomorrow, I'll probably have less filler in the beginning here, and maybe I'll just get right to it. Tomorrow, maybe I'll just go right to live stream. We'll see. It's going to be exciting. Doing this because, I miss everybody. And, I don't get to see people hardly enough, and I'm still not seeing them, but they're seeing me, which I realize now may not be the best thing for them. But it's what they're doing. We are 3 minutes away. My few viewers here, I hope you're excited about being 3 minutes away from me starting, because I am. One thing that happened a couple minutes ago is we had a rainbow right outside, right out front, and not just like in the sky far away, but we had a rainbow like across the street, and it was cool because of the angle of the sun. We could kind of see the whole rainbow just across the street. So I'm going to tell myself that that's a good omen for this series, for the start of this series, because something my mom said. Don't know if she tuned in or not. Maybe she did. But something that she used to say is that rainbows followed me. She said, I'd always see rainbows when you're around, which is a nice thing that my mom has said before. I mean, coincidence, inference, things like that. But it's a sweet thing to say. And so I'm going to take the rainbow that we just saw outside as a good omen, because it was doing a weird pouring, hailing sunshine thing out there, which happens. I realized that there's a guitar player I know who I think I haven't told him about this, and maybe I should find a way to tell him, and I could play an entire day of songs in E flat. And also, if the former bass player of my band is watching, he knows that I will put an E flat in anything just to, he thinks just to make him insane, but it always just seemed to be where I would go. And he'd always go, you always got to have the E flat in there. So Jim, if you're out there paying attention, you're welcome, because that's how we did things. All right, getting close. 4:29. All right. If I just sit here with my eyes bugged out for the next 40 seconds. Hi, Ken DeVoe. Ken DeVoe chimed in. He said he appreciates some of the goofy little riffs I've been goofing around on here. Thanks, Ken. One of the formative people in my life. One of the most influential musicians in my life, and he loves E flat. Thank you. Yes. All right. It is 4:30 p.m. and so I'm going to start now. And even though there's only 3 of you, maybe word will spread. And I'm going to start now by saying, first, one motivation I have for doing this is I want to thank every musician I've ever played with ever for playing with me, just for playing with me in any way, shape, or form. You've all formed my musical journey. And, while I've been quarantined, I pick up a guitar and I play, and it just makes me instantly feel great. I just feel great when I play guitar. And this is one of the ways I want to just say thank you to any guitar player, or any musician, or anyone who's ever listened to me or has ever taken the time to play with me and helped form me as a musician. Just want to say thank you. And so now that I've said thank you, I'm going to start playing. So thanks, everybody. And this is the start.
Next rainy day, I'm staying indoors, putting words in the mouths of my cats. What is there to miss? These heavy lids don't prevent my sight. I could wander out into the maze without a thread to follow. Or I could ask a clover mite to find a distant raisin on his own. Even oblivious like bug, a sudden movement prevents disaster. The static maze never appears the same. And when the scenery shifts and the props are all put back, it starts all over again. So back and forth we go, and up and down. Here we are looking out the window, and the fences crisscross, and the grass out here is always green in suburban America. So back and forth we go, and up and down. Here we are looking out the window, and the face is changing now, but it's never better, really any worse in urban America. So back and forth we go, and up and down. Here we are looking out the window. The barns are falling down, the silos are empty of all grain in rural America.
That was technically 3 of my pieces. I don't want to get them all done at once, so I decided to start light, see how the sound went, see what people thought of the sound. And tomorrow I'll be back. Richard, you asked me what was that Chestnut song. Maybe I will get to that one. You're thinking of the Chestnut Tree Cafe Lounge, a song that was inspired by the book 1984. And that one's a little tough to do without the bass player who wrote it, my friend Jim. but at some point, maybe I will try that one. In fact, I have noodled around with it while I've been at home. So thanks, Richard. Maybe you just tuned in, and maybe you just missed me playing most of those. So I actually don't know. Does YouTube save these? Can I show them again? I don't really know how that works. But again, I'm going to try to start pretty much promptly at 4:30 every day. So if you want to hear something, come back at 4:30 tomorrow. I'll do 3 more pieces. Thanks, Ken. Glad to know it's good sound quality. Good to know. Thank you. And this was great. Thanks to those of you that showed up. Oh, Richard thought it was 4:45. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to do 4:30 Pacific every day. Thanks, Ken. Again, these were my songs. I'm not going to do my songs every day because I don't have that many. This would last only a few minutes. Also, I guess my computer is dinging when I get text messages, so maybe next time I'll turn that off. Rich, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back. So thanks, everybody, and all right, bye.